The Giants minicamp has barely begun, and an unknown name is already gaining attention in East Rutherford. He's undrafted, he didn't come with any hype, but he's catching the attention of veterans and coaches. His name, Dalen Cambray, a true bolt from the blue who could earn a spot on the main roster. When an UDFA starts training with the starters, it's because something is up. Could we be looking at the next big surprise in the NFL? Hold on to this story because it's hot. Hello, New York fan. Welcome to another video here on the channel. Today's talk is serious and surprising. A UDFA is shining and could mess up the final list of receivers. Minicamp is over, but Cambray's name continues to echo in the training center. But before we continue, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell because the season is coming. Comment below, who will be the big surprise on the Giants roster in 2025? Will Cambray have a place in this group full of talent? Let's talk about this story that has everything to thrill. The mandatory minicamp took place at the Giants training facility in New Jersey. All eyes were on QBs Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Jackson Dart. But the one who stole the show was a short receiver, standing at 6'3" and weighing less than 200 pounds, Dalen Cambray. Coming from the University of Louisiana, the guy came in like he didn't want anything and exploded. At first, he was on the third catching balls from Winston. Within a few days, he was already getting snaps with the first team in 7-on-7 drills, something few UDFAs achieve so early, and that set off alarm bells in Brian Daboll. Development first practice. Cambray catches 3 passes in a row from Winston, one of them for a touchdown on the drive to the field. The next day, Jackson Dart finds Cambray on a long 25-yard pass, a TD in the vein, and a confident pose on the sideline. In the final practice, Russell Wilson throws a fade to the back of the end zone. Cambray shows up, jumps, holds on tight. Another touchdown. At each level against each unit, he answered. Third team dominated. Second team excelled. First team produced. The press corps, Art Stapleton, Jordan Rannon, Connor Hughes, was all about him. With each practice that passed, Cambray gained more reps and more respect. It's not just will, it's execution. He's producing with consistency and showing rare maturity for an UDFA. The first big highlight, TD with Winston, catching 3 of 3 passes, without waste, with a clean route and precise cut. Second magical moment, Dart's 25-yard bomb, reception on the edge, explosion on the sideline, pure confidence. Third, TD with Wilson in the back corner of the end zone, showing chemistry with the most experienced QB of the group. These 3 moments consolidate one thing. Cambray is not just showing up, he is building a real narrative. Explosion, safe hands, and absolute focus. He has become that name that the insiders talk about with a sparkle in their eyes. This kid is up to something. And perhaps we are witnessing the birth of a true giant underdog in the squad. In college, Cambray only had 10 receptions and 123 yards. Nothing flashy, but on special teams, the guy was a monster, second in tackles in the country, and blocked 2 decisive punts. He participated in everything: punt return, kickoff, field goal, even held the ball. This shows that he is versatile, disciplined, and indispensable in tight games. In the pre-draft, his RAS athletic index was 91.8, among the best in speed and agility, and the Giants need reliable slot receivers and special teamers. All of this points to a scenario where Cambray could indeed steal one of the last spots on the 53-man roster. So fans, does Cambray deserve a spot on this Giants roster? Does he beat guys like Lil Jordan Humphrey, Zach Pascal, or Bo Collins? Comment below, would you put him on the final team? Remember that we only have 6 spots for wide receivers, and 4 are already guaranteed. The competition is going to be fierce, and this only heats up the preseason. So subscribe, activate the bell, and share this video with your Giants friends, because this season is going to be very exciting, and we're going to follow it together, step by step.
Throughout our career, we're able to relay that message to him in a way that maybe he gets a chance to see something before it happens. Or maybe we give him a few nuggets that he can take so he doesn't put himself in situations that we may have put ourselves in. But ultimately, Jackson is his own guy. So he's gonna get out there and he's gonna have some great human experiences. But if we can speak to him and encourage him in a way that limits some of the lack of experience that'll be beneficial for him.
Jameis, the touchdown throw he had at the end there, and how much have you seen him grow?
Yeah, I think all touchdowns we love. I don't think there's one touchdown that I haven't loved in my life. So I think we were excited about that. But it's just a beginning. It's just a beginning for myself. It's just a beginning for this football team. And that's something to be excited about. But we look good. We feel good. And I believe we're doing some great things with the Big Blue right now.
Does this offense have an identity yet, you think?
Well, I think that is always something that coaches search for in these spring signs. But one thing that Daves and Shea and Kafka always are emphasizing is our effort. You know, we're learning. All of us are pouring time and effort into this playbook. But how we exemplify that on the field is shown about our individual effort, how we're running around, how we're moving fast, how we're getting back up and trying again, how we're not being down on ourselves, how we're lifting each other up. And I believe throughout this entire camp and OTA that we've shown that. So our identity is, a bunch of relentless individuals hungry to get better.
Jameis, the landscape of the quarterback room has changed a lot since you signed here. Obviously, they signed Russ after that. They drafted Jackson. Are you still confident that if it comes down to it, that you'll get a shot if that's the way it plays out?
Yeah. When it comes to that, I focus on what I can do, and what I can do is come to work with the intention to get better every single day, not concerning myself with the room, seeing how I can serve the room, but my job is to be the best Jameis Winston that I can be. And Jameis Winston incorporates being a leader, helping on a little young buck, learning things from the older veteran, assisting the older veteran, learning from the 3-year quarterback that's been in this room. It encompasses a lot, but I stay focused on what I would love, and what I would love is to be my very best.
Jameis, this offense the last few years has really struggled to score points. Down the bottom of the league. When you see what this team has, the receivers, the line, tight ends, the running backs, whoever the quarterback is, will be rushing first. Is there any reason why this offense should not be a good offense in the league?
Well, no, it is. We're going to do amazing things, but I think it's day-to-day growth. And we're definitely not going to look at last year. We can't focus on that. We got to keep our eyes on what we would love, and what we would love is to be the Super Bowl winning champions. And I think all of us would love that, but it's a process. It's a day-by-day process. And yes, we got the pieces. We got the coaches, we got the players. Now it's about consistent execution.
Jameis, you've seen Russ, obviously, seen mentions since college, but just